space race is happening at the box office. Movie man Erik Childress, founder of the Movie Madness podcast, is on the scene. Erik, the new Mario movie and Project Hail Mary ticket sales are aiming for the moon.
But pretty much on top of the world, or the galaxy in both of their cases. The Super Mario movie once again led the way with $68 million. Now the drop was a bit more than the first film, 48% versus 36%, but that chunk of change was still good enough to get over $307 million, which made it the 23rd highest grosser ever for a film after just 12 days. Worldwide, the film is over $628 million and headed as expected towards $1 billion. Domestically, its estimate appears to be in the $440 to $460 million range. Not as much as the all-timer Mario Bros. Movie, but still pretty much an all-timer itself. Project Hail Mary, on the other hand, continues to coast with over $24 million in its fourth weekend. That put the Ryan Gosling sci-fi adventure over $256 million domestic, as well as crossing the $500 million mark with $510 million globally. Both of these films are giving a great pre-summer boost to the theatrical box office, and we're just a few weeks away with some more, including Michael and The Devil Wears Prada 2.
A new horror film will be on the scene this weekend as Lee Cronin's The Mummy tries to scare up an audience.
Yeah, we'll see, Angie. So far, Warner Brothers seems scared enough of critics' reactions to only show the film to influencers so far until just last night. Lee Cronin evidently is trying to join John Carpenter and M. Night Shyamalan amongst the horror auteurs who get to put their name above the title. That, or they just don't want people to confuse this with the Brendan Fraser movies. Either way, Lee Cronin is known primarily for directing Evil Dead Rise, a pretty worthy entry into that franchise that is actually getting another sequel this summer. But this film is about a child who disappears but then returns 8 years later to her parents, only to be carrying some horrible curse. The film was produced by the production houses of Jason Blum and James Wan, and the 2-hour-plus horror film is expected to have a decent opening. If expectations come in on the higher side, it could be enough to grab second place from Project Hail Mary, but unless all the horror fans come out, we should likely see Mario Galaxy stay on top for a third straight week.
Your recommendation this week is only opening in a few theaters across the country, but you believe it is one of the most powerful to be released this year. Here's a clip.
How are things with Jeremy?
It feels like somehow I'm cursed. He doesn't want to listen to anybody.
Stop it! Talk to me! Hey, talk to me!
Let's get your review, Erik, of a film you say is not to be missed.
That's right, Angie. It's a film called Blue Heron, so remember that title. It's the debut feature of Sophie Rambari that played the festival circuit last year, and it's a memory piece about a family moving to a new home, told through the eyes of one of the daughters, and her recollection of the troubles of her older brother suffering through some form of mental health issues that keep him distant from his family and sometimes creates erratic behavior. The film then blends in an older version of the daughter looking back at the events and trying to understand them while making a film of her own. It arrives at an emotional conclusion that some may compare to the recent Hamnet, but I would put on further emotional resonance with that of the film Aftersun with Paul Mescal, a film that is available on the Roku channel right now. Blue Heron will be in very limited release this weekend and expand a bit further over the coming weeks. There are a lot of films that get by us. Don't let Blue Heron be one of them.
Thank you, Erik. It's going on the list.
Thank you, Angie.